Okay. For the past month, I have been nonstop searching desperately for someone willing to come to my house and be filmed telling me every single thing I need to know about my astrology shit. Nobody wants to tell me about the zodiac while being filmed. I don't know why, I don't understand it. It's very annoying. Finally, someone has agreed to do this. And thank God, because it's recently come to my attention that if you're even just 3% gay, you are legally obligated to be an astrology genius. And I feel like I'm about to go to jail, so I just need this. If I'm being honest, first of all, I'm a little spooked. I don't know who these people are. I barely understand how I got in contact with them. Yet they're coming to my house. Super. Also, anything that has to do with someone fucking mystical telling me about me, that terrifies me on a level that I can't fully explain and I don't fully understand why. So that is happening. They're on their way. I called them an Uber to come over here. And who are they? Who is this person? Who's coming over? What are they gonna say? Okay. Okay. Hi, I'm Emilia.
Hi. I'm Alana.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah.
And I'm excited to hear what's gonna happen.
Great. So we'll start with your ascendant, your rising. The rising sign is basically the layer between ourself, so our physical body, and the outside world. It's how people perceive us upon first impressions, but it's not the depth of our personality at all. Your rising is an Aquarius. Aquarius is going to be the sign of independence, say individuation. What does it mean to belong and yet still retain a semblance of identity that is separate from what's around you? Aquarius is the highest intelligence. Yeah, super smart.
I don't know about that one.
Well, smart in the sense that it isn't afraid of opening the mind. It doesn't fear being exposed to information that might radically shift its paradigm. It embraces the unconventional, it embraces the wild, the weird. You know, it has space to accommodate all of that because the space in the mind is endless. There is some degree of detachment associated with Aquarius. You know, Aquarius rising is someone who's very individualistic, has a unique presence, has a unique appearance. So the way that they present themselves, the way that they appear to the rest of the world is going to be kind of in their own funky, original way.
Whoa.
You also have your North Node, which is kind of a point of, kind of a destiny indicator. So it's what really feels like a purpose that we're drawn to somewhere deeply within us that we don't even have control over. And it's kind of this powerful urge that takes over. It's kind of like, yes, this is what I need to do without even kind of thinking or, you know, knowing why. And so the North Node, it's just this really kind of, powerful impacting point. And being conjunct, which means next to your ascendant. So your presence, the way that you enter a room, the way that you enter a situation is powerful. You take up space with your ideas, with your originality, with your sense of independence. That has a lot of impact. People register that immediately. Part of your purpose is to find a balance between being this individual who doesn't conform, who has solidified, because Aquarius is fixed, right? Solidified their sense of identity and isn't afraid to enter the world with that solid sense of identity. And to be also convinced that having that solid sense of identity will also lead you to finding the right kind of belonging.
Okay. I've almost cried partway through that. So you're doing a great job.
So the ascendant is us, our personal, self, exterior layer. The descendant is where we enter into relationship with another. The degree to which we give of ourselves, the degree to which we trust. Because of the kind of intensity that you bring just in your own self and your own presentation, there might be kind of almost a sense of intimidation that might be felt in the other, right? That might be felt in your relationships that you may not necessarily be aware of, but it's felt by others to various degrees, depending on where they are in solidifying their own sense of self. So you're Sagittarius, which you probably knew.
Yeah.
The quality that Sagittarius represents is the quality of truth-seeking, the quest for an all-encompassing philosophy that can liberate us. When we're approaching darkness, we look for light. That's what Sagittarius embodies. Let's talk about your moon. It is the part of us that seeks to feel supported, that seeks to feel nurtured. Your moon is in Leo, which is the sign of the performer, seeking to express creatively and authentically with an open heart, and also to be recognized in that expression, you know? Sometimes that might come off as, you know, wanting attention or doing things for the sake of wanting attention, but ultimately it's because, like, I have so much love to give and express, and I just want to know that people are receiving it. So for you, Venus is in Aquarius. It's opposing your moon. So Venus in Aquarius is Venus in its most detached, free-thinking, unconventional shape. There's a lot of space for seeking out the unique in everyone and everything. The kinds of people that you're attracted to are going to be also unique and unconventional and non-conforming. Your Venus also might feel a little hesitant in relationship because there might be a tendency to have divine standards for people. The relationship between Venus and your moon, they make an opposition. Exactly. An opposition is a tension, right? The moon in Leo wants to express, it wants to perform, it wants to be loud, it wants to be kind of all eyes on me. But then Venus is also like, actually, my beauty is secretive. It's hidden. You have to get deep to have access to it. And to get deep, you have to really get to know me.
So like one part of me is like, I'm so obnoxious and like everyone look at me, and then the Venus thing is like, oh, but actually if you want to really hang, then actually it's gonna take a lot of work or something,
and you gotta be really cool. You have Mercury in Capricorn in your 11th house. Capricorn is the sign of structure and discipline, so it's thorough. Capricorn is concerned with how things are going to unfold over time. Mercury in Capricorn has a tendency to speak in a way that is, you know how to say just enough, and what you say might be carefully selected to convey the utmost truth. So a tendency to think things through, maybe not act so impulsively on whatever decision comes to mind. So thoughtfulness.
Okay, that makes sense to me, because every time that I've read, because I just read like, you know, surface level astrology stuff. Mm-hmm. And every time I do, it's like, you're a Sagittarius, so you like to say things like, you say whatever's on your mind, you're super blunt, and you offend people all the time, which...
You don't like that?
No.
Yeah, so Saturn in particular opposes your natal Chiron. So Chiron is where we fail to accept ourselves. It's where we feel the most internally wounded. Chiron for you is in Cancer in the 5th house. So Cancer is the sign of home, nurturing, security. So kind of a woundedness around how your feelings were protected, or how you were or weren't able to protect your own feelings, that then translates into an obstacle you face around your own creative self-expression. Chiron in the 5th house also deals with feeling maybe as a child that there wasn't enough space for you to express the way you wanted to express. Mm-hmm. And that in itself created a pattern of feeling limited, or feeling like what you wanted desperately to share wouldn't be received. Saturn is just basically creating a challenge for you within yourself to realize that you always have the freedom to create and embody your natural essence in whatever form you wish. There is generally like this big theme in your chart in general of this axis of becoming and belonging. Becoming at home with yourself, becoming at peace with yourself, becoming confident with yourself, and, you know, validated within yourself.
I have this pull right now that I want to make videos with people that can help give me some insight. I don't feel great. It's not that something's wrong, really, and that's why I feel like a little bitch. I just feel something is off with me internally. I know I'm blocking myself. I'm not connected like I normally am. I'm not grounded as I know I can be. I'm not focused on what's real the way that I want to be. And I'm looking for external sources to be able to tell me what's wrong, to be able to help me And I think that that's good because I'm trying. Whatever form trying comes in, it's the best thing that you can do. Because on some level, all trying is believing in yourself. And that's what... There are times in my life when I believe in myself so much that I just feel peace that I didn't know was possible. And then there's times like now that this astrology reading was a gift. She's obviously an astrology genius. She's obviously an angel sent from heaven to induce coziness in humans. Just being around someone who's cool and interested in helping a stranger, that's just a sweet energy to be around. I feel weird and scared and full of fear right now. And I feel like an idiot for feeling that way, because I shouldn't. But I want to try not to judge myself because this is how I feel. And I spent a lot of years telling myself that I don't feel, and that wasn't true, and it didn't make me feel good. Why do I look like an obese Dr. Seuss character right now? It's cool to know that there's people in the world that are smart and are cozy and are willing to try to help you. Because whether they do or they don't, it's the act of trying that means something. So I'm going to continue to try.